Shalom, shalom. Start this off giving all honor, praise, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Wahara Kakadash. Double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Great Millstone, especially the elders of me in my own camp, will be teaching and guiding me personally. Shalom, Barakathum to all the brothers I labor with in truth, faith, and in sincerity. Lord willing, can be edifying or exhorting. This will be about, the glory to Esau. That Esau's place in him can offer you versus what the Lord can offer you. The glory that the Lord can offer you. And when you understand that, like, in its entirety, like, really understand that, then it's like, this, everything here is pointless. There's nothing good out of this world. There's nothing really good that can come from this world, come from being here. Even if you living good, it's all vanity and vexation of spirit. I believe King Solomon said. And actually, the Esau, the elites, they actually know this. That's why they're trying to live forever and live for a long time. And ultimately, the glory Esau offers you is all temporary. It's all corruptible. It's really trash. Trash painted over with gold. Let me get this first one that comes to mind, riches. Matthew 6 and 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, with moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. So, right now, this is a part of Esau's glory. You striving for, to make it at the top on this side. You're trying to get the bag, trying to get all this money, all this, all these riches that are temporary riches that got a time limit on it. Even if you got a brand new Rolls Royce, that got a time limit on it. A time limit of what? A time limit where you may get jacked for it. A time limit where it may break down on you. A time limit where it may where someone may run into you and total it. A time limit where if you can't continue to pay for it, you can get repossessed. No, it's gonna get repoed. They're gonna take it from you. A time limit where it's gonna get towed because you forgot to put a sticker on it. Your license plate expired. And they told it, like, stuff like that. Or it flooded in your city, and now it's damaged, and they go $200,000 down the drain or something. So again, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and with thieves break through and steal. Even if you got you a nice little mansion, secluded or whatever, that don't make it thief proof. Someone's gonna come up in there. It's possible. It happened before. There's occasions of this happening. I know off the top of my head, Sean Taylor, a football player some years ago, a long time ago, I believe he got shot in his own house, I think. What's his name also got shot in his own house, which comes up often, amongst us brothers. That rapper, Pop Smoke. He got shot in his own house. Killed. Both instances killed. That's because they were of the world. They were laying the treasures upon earth, not knowing that thieves can break through and steal, so take your life. And if you die, then what? Everything you earned for is pointless now. That's why we strive for the glory that Yahweh Shema Shah can offer us. Matthew 6:20, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do corrupt, and where thieves do not break through and steal. That's because the riches that we're stacking up and storing up through the Spirit, are incorruptible. They're going to be immortal, just like we will be soon immortal. Because if you popular on this side or famous on this side, eventually you will have to die. So that little popularity and fame lasts for what? A couple decades, some decades. And now you're lived on in the memory. Well, that's the glory that Esau can offer you. The glory that Yahweh Shema Shah can offer you is eternal glory. Like eternal glory, not 40 years of glory, not 30 years of glory, eternal years of eternal glory. So, Lord willing, we already elect. We will be eternally famous, eternally popular. Not some people that are one-hit wonders. Not some people who were legends and they died. People call Bill Russell a legend. I personally don't think that, but whatever. But they call certain people legends after they died and gone away. But we're going to be living legends. We're going to be talked about, praised in our order, of course, but for eternity, and it's not going to end. That's what Yahweh Shema Shah can offer you. You're not going to get old and wrinkly till you can't do what you do no more. Like Muhammad Ali, he was getting old. He couldn't move the same. He couldn't do the same. I think he had brain issues or something. But he was just ultimately different from him when he was 25 to when he was about to die. In his last days or whatever. He was real old. He was an elderly, so he was different now. He couldn't enjoy the same things anymore. Even the body itself, the body itself is corruptible. Let me try to find the one where Solomon was speaking about. One of these chapters. There we go. It's another one. I think that's not in the Apocrypha. But I'm gonna just read here. Wisdom of Solomon 2. I'm gonna start from the top. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not all right. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man to have returned from the grave. See, they know, the elites know that they're gonna have to eventually die. They got the whole earth, they got everything, but they know that eventually they won't have it, and it'll be all it'd be pointless in a way. If you got everything, but eventually someone else is gonna have it. I'm just continue on. Verse 2, for we are born. It says, for we are born at all adventure, and we shall hereafter as though we be never seen. Give me a second. Okay, so it says, for we are born at all adventure, and we shall hereafter as be as though we never seen. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little sparking in the moving of our heart, which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall be vanished as soft air, and our name shall be forgotten. She's talking about them dying at first, talk about them dying and going back to the ground. And then it's verse 4, and our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance. And our life shall pass away as a trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun and overcome with the heat thereof. Give me a second. So yeah, when they die, let me reread that last one. Well, no, basically when they die, they're forgotten. The works, everything is forgotten, and they don't have it anymore. They're just dead and gone, and they're not remembered no more. And that's what happens in Esau's kingdom. These rappers, they live for these short little lives. They got this glory for some years, and then now they dead. They either shot or whatever, or you die of so-called natural causes, and now you also dead. At what age? 40, 50, 60? That ain't no life. That ain't that long, And on top of all of that, you had to do a whole bunch of things that you would not speak of. That you wouldn't dare say out loud or in public. Done things behind closed doors that you don't even want to look at yourself in the mirror no more. Let me get that. Ephesians 5:12. For it is a shame it's a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret. Because if we told y'all all the stuff that they get into, you wouldn't even believe it. They damn sure ain't gonna admit to it. Okay, second, I'll look for this one. I'm gonna actually pull over real quick so I can find this. Read a couple of these. Ecclesiastes 1:14. I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. That's why we hasten for the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yashai. We hasten for the kingdom because we won't be feeling these ways by no Israelite. These Israelites, there will be no Israelites that will feel this way when the kingdom is established. Ecclesiastes 2. And 10. And whatsoever mine eyes desired, this is all Solomon. And whatsoever mine eyes desired, I kept not from them. So he got anything he wanted. Whatsoever mine eyes desired, I kept not from them. So whatever he seen, he got, and he wanted it. I withheld not mine heart from any joy, for my heart rejoiced in all my labor. And this is my portion of my labor. He says, then, next verse, then I looked on all the works that I had, that my hands had wrought, and on the labor that I had labored to do. And behold, all was vanity and vexation of spirit, and there was no profit under the sun. And I turned myself to what? Verse 12, and I turned myself to behold wisdom, and madness, and folly. For what can the man do that cometh after the king, even that which hath already done? Jumping down to verse 17. Ecclesiastes 2 and 17. Therefore I hated life, because the work that is wrought under the sun is grievous unto me, for all is vanity and vexation of spirit. Verse 18. Yeah, I hated all my labor which I had taken under the sun, because I should leave it unto the man that shall be after me. And that's the point right there. That's the point that I've been trying to get at, since I've been trying to get the Solomon's writings. So this is the glory Esau can offer you. Stuff that will wax old, get old, stolen, killed for it. You can get you the baddest woman, so-called, on this side, and then she'll cheat on you, mess you up. Now you want to kill her. Now you in jail. A bunch of crazy shit. That's why we leave this place. You gotta leave this place spiritually, and just depart from it. And we gotta focus on the glory that the Lord can offer us, because no matter what you get into on this side, there's nothing that Esau can offer you that will make you happy. That is good. So I believe the poem was made, Lord willing. And it was edifying to exhort. Shalom.